Despite being one of our specialties, we've not had a fast Volkswagen on Car of the Week. But we're not going to look at this Golf R. We've got something a little bit more unique, niche. This is the Volkswagen Touareg R50 V10. And it's time for Car of the Week. A diesel V10 was actually an option in the first generation Touareg from launch in 2002. But this Touareg is in ludicrous mode long before the Tesla Model S or Y was even a blueprint. The absolute mad lads at Volkswagen took the standard V10 diesel and wound it up to 257 kilowatts, which is nothing to laugh at. The astonishing figure is that that's paired with 850 Newton meters of torque. There's two turbos pushing you along with all-wheel drive. Things I like about it. I very much like the driving position and the cabin in these Touaregs. Everything feels not quite agricultural, but it's very analog. This car feels planted and dependable. And I love these whopping big paddle shifters behind the steering wheel. Putting the power down in this is kind of like that moment when you're falling asleep, but your brain thinks you're falling, and then you realize you aren't, you're actually safe, you're okay. This is that. Even though this thing weighs 2.6 tons with me in it, 0 to 100 only takes 6.8 seconds, which is only half a second behind the Golf R32 of the time. That's just bonkers. Lots of easy to use controls in these Touaregs. The keys in these Touaregs are a big mechanical, kind of missile key, military feel, ka-chonk. The gear selectors kind of reminds me of control thrust levers on an aeroplane. This blue that Volkswagen put on the R50, along with the R36 Passat and the R32 Golf, is really wonderful. I don't think our workshop lights quite get on camera. It's got a wonderful metallic pearlescent effect in the sun. It's different without being too much. Although the R50 is definitely up there as a halo model in terms of performance and prestige, it's by no means a complete two-rack tractor. Volkswagen gave this an adjustable ride height, which actually can really lift it off the ground. It has a hill hold and a hill descent control system and comes with a center locking diff. Not too shabby. Things I don't like about it. Right, so money. This thing on roads was about 160,000 Australian dollars, which is huge. Out of most people's budgets then, out of most people's budgets now. But it's also kind of a bargain for what it is. The only way to get more cylinders in something like this was to wait a couple of years and go for the 12-cylinder Audi Q7. Or you could privately import the Mercedes G65, which was only made left-hand drive. But again, that's starting at $250,000 for either, and then some. The factory nav unit was an option, and it was $5,800 if you wanted it with a camera. You could get it without, but it was still $4,500. I know I'm going on a little bit about money, but there are downsides to having a V10 in your four-wheel drive. Just the service is going to hit your wallet hard. 11.5 litres of engine oil every time it needs to get serviced. And God help you if anything breaks. The tyres. I couldn't see anything under $250 a tyre down at the cheap end, and going up to a Pirelli or Michelin, and not even a top end of those, $700 and beyond a tyre. Big money. These 21-inch wheels look the absolute business, but they're a little bit more style than ability. So to get the most out of the off-roading on this car, there are a few 18-inch wheel options to step down to. Reshotting 4 of those and swapping them on and off if you want to go off-road, it's a lot. But I guess if you can afford the car, then hell, may as well go all in. 10 is a good number. It's the cornerstone of the decimal and metric systems. Things with 10 in them are good. Spielberg's 10th film was Raiders of the Lost Ark. Shostakovich's Symphony No. 10 is one of his finest. The Rolling Stones' 10th album was Exile on Main Street. The 10th Doctor, Ben 10, 10 Things I Hate About You, the A10 Thunderbolt, a 1080, March the 10th, Chicken Tenders, 10 points to Gryffindor. 10 cylinders. Although this R36 Passat is cheaper to buy and maintain, and it has plenty of oomph and usable space, if I could, I would have a Volkswagen Touareg R50. Car of the week.
You're a winner!
As always, mates, be kind to each other and don't forget to be kind to yourself. See you next time.